There's new efforts to help those struggling with addiction, and the timing is crucial because overdose deaths in Tennessee have nearly doubled when you compare them to just last year. News 4's CARLEY joins us live at the state capitol, where lawmakers are hoping money will help combat the problem. CARLEY.
Yeah, we're talking about $500,000 recently approved by lawmakers here at the state capitol to focus on 9 key Tennessee counties. And the goal is to stop the problem before it even begins. Greene County Deputy Bryan Shelton was driving an ambulance with an opioid overdose patient in the back when he himself became exposed from residue on the seat.
And I started having chest pains. It wasn't bad, but it was there. And I got approximately 4 more miles down the road and I started having a little bit of trouble breathing.
It's stories like these that Wendy PEAY is tired of hearing.
It's scary. It's frustrating that it's so difficult to deal with.
And tonight, she's determined to do something about it.
Being able to prevent it on the front end is definitely the answer.
PEAY lives in Greene County, one of the 9 recently chosen to get a new anti-drug coalition with help from a $500,000 grant.
Tennessee is desperate for drug prevention. You'll
notice the coalitions are all in rural counties where experts say there is a serious lack of resources.
You are miles from any type of hospital. We know from a recent story that you just did that there's a counseling shortage in the state of Tennessee.
As for their focus,
we go and try to stop the people from falling into the river and drowning versus just pulling people out.
The coalitions will be doing things like talking to students, hosting overdose response training sessions, and prescription drug take-back events.
Because if we can stop addiction before it starts, if we can get teens in schools and churches and communities on board to say, I want to be drug-free, then that can cut down on overdoses in the future.
Because of this grant, there will now be coalitions in 70 of Tennessee's 95 counties, and experts say even if you don't struggle with addiction or know someone who does, you'll likely be impacted because for every dollar spent on prevention, the state saves about 12 in things like combating the drug problem. Marius?
CARLEY, thank you so much. And we have some new stats from the Nashville Health Department on overdoses in Davidson County in 2021. This here shows the trends of deadly overdoses over the last 10 years. And as you can see, they just go up. Last year, 712 people died of a suspected overdose. 74% of them were related to fentanyl, and more than half of those deaths were men, not counting the deadly ones. Last year, nearly 2,600 people overdosed.
That is